Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Rohan. I currently work as a software engineer at Microsoft. As a college student or even as a working professional, I feel there are a lot of things that we need to be clear in when looking for a job or switching to a product-based company. And DSA is one of them. Still, we spend most of the time looking for resources and comparing resources, which resources is better than others and which one is better and can get you a job. But frankly speaking, this doesn't matter a lot. It will eventually, take your time and will not be fruitful. So I would suggest, we should spend most of the time taking one resource, two resources or whatever resource you like and practicing most of the time. Because at the end of the day, a linked list will be a linked list. It's not gonna change. It doesn't matter where you learn from if you understand the concept well. When people are in college, in my time as well, even I used to think like which resource should I choose and which resource is better than others. This should not be done actually. Rather, you should stick to one resource and keep going with that till you understand that concept well. You can switch between resources if you're not synced with that particular tutorial or particular blog article or anything. So if you're a college student and looking to move into a product-based companies, or if you're into service-based looking to switch into product-based companies, this video is for you. So let's get started. Before moving further, I would like to give you some disclaimer about this video. This video is not about do this and you'll get a job. It's not certain that you will get a job after doing this. It's just a suggestion from a person who have cracked these companies and giving out some suggestion that you can do something like this and you can get some results out of it. My journey and your journey is totally different. I come from different place, you come from different place. You might have studied something different and I might have studied something different. So it's not a video, it's just a suggestion. Second one, preparation takes time. It takes hell lot of time to get into a good company and crack those. If you have seen those videos like people cracking big companies in month or weeks or even one day, it's not true. They might have put a lot of hard work behind the scenes to get into that companies. They might have put a lot of hard work to get into a situation where just making revision for a month or a week or for a day can crack them companies. It's just hard work and hard work. Third one, any website shown in this video is not sponsored. It just are my personal thought and I have used them up to a certain extent to get my work done. And you can try so. If not, you are feel free to choose any website and follow the strategies that I'm gonna talk about and go forward. So remember, you see that video, cracking big tech company in one day, it's not true. There's a lot of hard work in that. So let's move ahead. So the first thing I like to talk about is planning and goals. It is very important to make plans and accomplish them on time, right? And this could be planned according to you, not anyone else, not me, not any other X person or not any other Z person that is giving advice to you. It all depends upon you and you have to prepare your own roadmap. So I would like to suggest just give two columns, planning and goals, and lay out the plan like these things you are gonna do and these things you are gonna learn and what will be the goal of that. For example, if you start with array, next topic could be linked list, right? So your planning should be what are the things you are gonna cover in arrays and what are the problems you are gonna cover in arrays, and once you finish that, what will be the output? You can move ahead and learn about linked list. So that is the requirement. So this is how you have to lay out for each of the topic. For arrays, you lay out what are the things you want to learn and what is the result. For linked list, you want to lay out things you want to learn and what are the outcome. Similarly, you can move ahead and do the things for everything. So at the end of the day or a week, you can retrospect and see what are the things you left behind and what are the things you accomplished well, and then move forward. First thing first, when you're learning DSA, you have to implement them using a language, a programming language, and that it could be the first start of learning DSA. The question comes, which language to choose? There are a lot of them: Java, C++, Python, Rust, JavaScript, others, right? So what should you choose, right? Most of the colleges teach C language at their start or Python as their start, right? I would suggest to choose any object-oriented programming as well as language which have some standard template library. My choice would be C++ because I already knew C and C++ I learned quickly and there was STL available that could help me implementing some algorithms. Is there any harm in learning with data structure with C? No, there isn't. But there will be a time where you come to a problem where you don't have time to implement a data structure. You have to use that data structure from the library, and that library is not available in C. So you have to choose some other languages like C++ or Java, which have this data structure or algorithm already implemented, that you just export and use them to solve your algorithmic problems, right? You're not gonna implement a stack then and there when you're solving a algorithmic problem that requires stack to be used. But when learning data structure, when you're learning this data structure, for example, stack, how the stack works, when you're implementing a stack using a, for example, array, then definitely C can also could be considered, right? But I would suggest if you're starting with languages which have some util that make your tasks easier. The first choice could be C++, Java, or Python, or whatever you like. But I would have gone with C++, and I have gone with C++ itself. So once you learn a language, what should you learn, and when you should know that you have prepared enough well to move ahead, right? Believe me, you will never be ready. So just go ahead, learn some loop, construct, and understand how the programming language works. For example, if I tell you implement a function that will take 10 numbers, add them, and return the result, right? That could be a good start for loop. Similarly, if you learn all the construct, you are good to go. How I have evaluated myself that I am prepared or not is going to a website known as HackerRank. So this is the website I am talking about, hackerrank.com, and this I used to use long back, but I mostly use it for C++ preparation. For these things I used different resources, but to a certain extent I have used them starting to get started with problems, but I have heavily used this C++. So as I said, my preferred language was C++. So what I used to do was, when I was learning C++, I used to come here and solve problem related to that. For example, if you go ahead, you will see that this is structured in very nice way, where you can see problems starting from different. For example, you're learning C language, C++ language, you want to understand how input takes, you understand that how it takes the input, how it output the output basically, but you want to try it out basically. So this is the best place. You can come here, you can just go and see what is the problem statement, and you can just write your code here and submit code. This will also give you feel of writing code in actual IDE as online tests, right? So you can come here and choose any languages that you like and solve. I've solved few of them that was related to the languages, but you can try doing so as well. So if you go here, there will be other languages as well. For example, there is Java, there is Python, C, C++, Ruby. You can choose any of them that you like, but this is how I have graphs command over a programming language for my DSA preparation. So this is how you make your language strong, and this is how I have done it, but you're feel free to do any other way or any other resources as well. Now the times come when you have a language in hand, the tool is in hand, and you want to operate on something, that is the data structure. And now the point comes where you will about to start with learning data structure and gets your hand with that. The thing is, when you are starting with data structure, when you implement a data structure, one most important thing to understand is how the data structure performs and how the result will be. An entire computer science based on this, yes, I am talking about time complexity and space complexity. Before starting, just make sure that you understand the asymptotic notation, how it works, and how to calculate it basically, be it big O of n square, or theta, or anything. Just understand this well and then move forward. Now the times come, you start picking on one by one the data structures and implement them and understand them and move on ahead, right? Let's say you are picking array and understand what it means and how it can perform, because you have already learned time complexity in the previous section. Then what you can do is you can understand how it all works. Then you can understand all the few general fundamental concepts or problems that are associated with arrays. For example, array rotation, shifting the elements, and for example, two-pointer algorithm that is associated with array, you can understand them. Then you pick the next data structure, you understand them well, implement them. For example, linked list, and how you can implement linked list. You learn about structure in C++, for example, and implement linked list. For example, you are picking up stack, you use the array to implement stack. I'm not talking about bringing the stack from the library. I'm talking about implementing the stack, a stack class or stack function entirely from scratch. That will give you the entire idea how this data structure works. After you have done this, there are a few general fundamental problem or fundamental patterns associated with each of the data structure that you should pick and freeze them well. And let's see how you can do so and which resources I have used to just pick them and understand them well. So I have followed GeeksForgeeks for it, and what I have done is I used to go here in the tutorials, and there is a special section that is added for DSA. So you can see all the data structure algorithms available out here, and you can follow the same as well. You can pick up each of the data structure and learn them and solve problems according to that, and learn about this particular algorithms as well. So for example, let's say you are picking some topic, right? You can learn about what are algorithms, what are the data structure, but you can start with complexity that we already talked about. So if you go here, you will get all the theories and how to calculate the bigger notation and things like that. Then you move on to learn data structure, right? So for example, if you're picking up an array, you just select array. Remember we talked about the planning and the goals. So this is the time you take that sheet, maintain your what is the plan, that I'm gonna learn array from this particular website. I'm gonna solve this problem, and what will be the goal? I will be learning entire array, and I can move to linked list, right? This is how I have done. So I used to go here, I used to learn what is the array, how the memory location is, then I used to solve this problem. For example, these are some fundamentals problem that we talked about. These are fundamental problem that will be associated with every data structure will have this fundamental problem, right? Every data structure will get some fundamental problem, and if you solve that, you'll get the idea around what that particular data structure means, right? Now let's say you're going to this reverse array, and you go to this, you'll find many problems related to that. For example, they will just explain like what is a reverse array, and they will give some iterative solution. They will just give some optimized solution as well, right? Try to solve yourself before looking into the solution. If not, then move ahead and look in the solution, but make sure that you have tried all the ways you wanted to try and then move to the solution, right? So if I go back, there are other patterns as well. For example, let's pick up rotation of array. So this will explain like what rotation of array means, and there could be problems as well. Rotation of the array. For example, if you select this rotation of the array, there will be problems related to this rotation of the array. This all are problem related to rotation of the array. This is very concise list, and there are a lot of problems in here, right? So you can start doing this as well. But for my case, I used to learn theory and do some general problems, top 5 1 6 1s. Then I used to move to a different website that is known as LeetCode, where I used to learn more about this data structure. So let's quickly look into that. So I'm talking about this website, that is leetcode.com/explore. I'll give all the description about this website as well in the description below, right? If you go to this website, you will go to explore. You'll find there are a lot of guides here, right? There is a LeetCode data structure crash course as well, right? Some of them are premium, but I don't recommend you taking premium at this particular point of time. If you feel so, you can take, right? But you can access a lot of things. For example, you go to this learn, and what you do, you click on this more. You will see list of data structure and algorithm given out here. So what I have done is I took this array, I understand what array is, solve few problems, then I used to revise as well as extend my problem set from this particular LeetCode website. So for example, if I go to arrays, you will find this arrays. I'll go here. You will see all the different types of algorithms or different type of problems that could be applied to array. So what I used to do, I goes to here as well, and I used to see problems here and some theory as well here and problems as well, and I used to solve them. So for this you have to log in, then you will be able to see problem. You don't need to take premium for this particular free set, I guess. So once you go here, you'll start solving, and what I used to do, I start from the top until the end. So this point of time, I used to have good knowledge of arrays, right? And good knowledge of few fundamentals that is related to arrays. Now take this approach and apply it to other data structure as well. For example, let's say you have completed arrays and you have marked that planning and goals, that okay, this is the arrays section, I have already learned about this and these are my goals has been attended. Move to next, right? Move to, for example, strings, like, or move to, let's say, linked list. For example, if I go to linked list, there are different types of linked list that I explained. If you click on any of them, it will take to a different page where they will talk about what is the singly linked list and some problem associated with singly linked list, right? Similarly, once you complete this or complete halfway or get some understanding how it works, you can go to this LeetCode website, and interestingly, you will find linked list learn section as well. If you go to learn section, this will have most of the data structure, right? This will have most of the data structure. So let's see where is our linked list. So if you see here, this is our linked list, right? So once we have linked list, so this will explain all the classic problem and what are the different problems, fundamentals. That so I used to learn there, implement some problems, solve some problem, get understanding, used to come here and solve this problem. This has one better thing, this had some ID as well. While you are clicking on this problem, there will be some ID as well, and you get a real feel in an interview how you code, right? So this is how I followed. So keep on following for this, for all the data structure that is listed out here. Once you do this for some time, and you will get understanding of like how each of the data structure works and their fundamental problems, I would suggest coming to this website again, LeetCode Expert, and going to problem section. This could be done in two ways. Either you learn fundamentals, learn the theory and everything, then come to this, or learn keep on learning data structure on the parallel and start solving problems related to the topic that you have covered already, right? You can come here and you can choose the topic out here. You can choose the topic out here and it will sort or give you the problems associated with that particular topic itself. For example, if you have learned array, learning in the process of linked list, continue learning linked list and things, but you have already covered arrays in the past. So you'll be able to solve the array problems, right? There are a lot of problems, but you don't need to do it all. You can get started. If you want to sort by difficulty, you can go by sorting difficulty. You can start with easy as well. Sort and start doing it. This could be done in parallel or after ending your fundamentals problem, finishing all the data structure line by line, right? When you come back, you will see that there is a separate section, learn algorithms. This is a great set of topics, great set of listed topics to understand each of the data structure. So if you go to, for example, searching algorithm, it will tell like what are the different search algorithm available, and if you go to each of them, it is a similar thing. It will give you some problems associated with that, some fundamental problem associated with that, right? And again, one best thing is you can go down, look into that, how it is implemented, and implement it on your own, right? This is recommended, right? You don't have to see solution directly. You just implemented it, learn the concept and implement it by your own in your designated preferred language. One best thing is you can go to LeetCode again, and if you go to explore section again, most of the topics is already available in explore section, right? So if it opens, if we go down again to the learn section, you're learning searching algorithms, right? So if you see here, like there are some binary search algorithm available here, right? Binary search tree, that is a tree topic, but binary search is a searching algorithm that you might have already just learned here after linear search, right? If you go to this search, you'll see that there is a binary search available. So this is how we can make your understanding more and more better, right? After ultimately the thing is, if you practice more, you will understand it more. So this is how you should follow approaching algorithm. One thing to note here, that algorithm and data structure are not two separate things. They are the same thing. It's just that you use data structure to solve some algorithmic problems, right? So for that, you have to understand data structure well first, understand them, implement them, understand how they work internally. Then you should be able to solve algorithmic problem using that, right? So that is the basic concept. Whenever you are solving any data structure fundamental problem, you will face that this is an algorithmic problem and this requires some algorithm to be come in. At that point of time, you can go ahead and learn that algorithm as well. So this is how it works generally. So once you are comfortable with this, know every theory, you can choose any resource I have done is I went to this website and learn about all this, explore this all the problems, but make sure that once you're comfortable, there is don't need to go into so deeper that you waste time and miss out on other data structure algorithms, right? So I used to directly come here, and for example, I want to solve some problem related to hash table. So you solve problems related to hash table, click on hash table, and you'll get problems related. You can sort based on the difficulty, or you can sort based on other factors as well, right? So keep on doing this for every topic you are getting, and there will be some point of time where you feel like two algorithms are overlapping, or there is uses of two or more different data structure, right? There will be a point where you don't need any tutorial anymore, any theoretical knowledge anymore. You have grasped all the theoretical knowledge. You just have to come to this website and solve as much as problem you like, or you can choose any other website as well. It's just that makes graphs of it. At the end, I would like to say, like, whenever you are preparing, prepare like a generalist, right? Don't be very specific to a company that I want to crack this company, so I will only learn this particular company, right? You should be very, very, very generic and learn all of the things. Now, for example, you're applying for an X company, and X company's interview is 3 months from now, or 2 months from now, or 1 month from now, or 2 weeks from now. What you do in that case? Again, you go to explore section. Most of the things are paid here, big tech giants. But so if you have you can afford this, you can go ahead and buy this. But so there is a section where you can topic wise practice, or you can directly take some courses on interview preparation as well, but it's your choice, right? So now what happens is, when you come here, you'll go to interview corner and you'll see here company preparation. If you click on this, you will get questions that were asked in the company in the past interviews, right? You can choose Amazon, for example. You choose Amazon, you will find questions related to Amazon, right? There will be a lot of questions related to Amazon that was asked in the interviews before. So you can start solving this when you are applying for a specific company. It is very important that you solve some problems specific to that company, because there could be some standard problem that can get repeated. It's not like always, but that can get repeated, or patterns like same questions can repeat, like patterns can repeat as well, right? So you can come here, just look into this. And Leetcode has also you can also read interview experience as well, but GeeksForGeeks also has their ID. If you click on the problem, it will generally take you to a ID like this, where you can understand the problem and code, right? And the question comes, when should you look into the solution? So for me, what I used to follow was, I used to give them like 1 day or 2 day or 3 day max for solving a problem, but I was not concentrating only one problem. I used to for example, I'm stuck on this problem. I used to go to different problems, solve them, again come back to this problem and understand that what could go wrong, what could go right in this problem, and solve them. If it causes like 3 days or 4 days, I used to just 3 days max. So I used to look into the solution and understand how it is implemented, and then again used to implement based on that. So now this GeeksForGeeks site has already added timer as well, where you can see how much time you're taking. That is a great feature to have, because in interview you have very limited time, and you'll get a idea of how much time you are taking to prepare. Once you keep on doing this, there is a phase where you will see a problem and you will understand that which data structure and which algorithm you have to apply, which data structure you have to use in that problem to solve that, right? So at that point of time, you don't need anything, you just need questions, and just keep on practicing them. Remember that you need to have good grasp of of time complexity. If each of the algorithm, that could be a direct question why this particular algorithm is suitable for this, right? And also, whenever you're writing an algorithm, make sure that you understand how you can calculate time complexity for that, because that will be the metric that will be judged, and space complexity. So whenever you're writing an algorithm or code, you should able to calculate its time complexity and space complexity. Okay, I know that was very long and in depth, but the thing is, I know this will be very frustrating process for you when you're learning data structure. It is very intimidating at first, but once you continue doing it for some time, it will be very soothing for you, and it will very easy for you to understand a particular concept and implement it. First at time you will be stuck at easy problems as well, but believe me, you keep on doing it, keep on doing it, learn from the other solutions and implement them on your own, and there will be time where you will be just looking into the question and you will try able to figure out which algorithm will be used, which data structure will be used out here, right? I know this will be frustrating. Even it happened with me as well, where there was a time you want to leave all this data structure and you questions like why I am doing this, right? But this is important, and if you have any question, just pin down in the comment section and I'll try to answer them. If not, just do this whatever you're doing and choose your own resources. Your journey, my journey is different, so resources can also be different. This is not a strict path. You can follow your own resources and understand and learn data structure well. I wish you very, very good luck for your preparation and continue doing so. You are amazing, and if you understand and got some value from this video, I really appreciate if you share this video or like this video and comment down in the section if you like anything particular in this video. I'll see you next time. Till then, take care, bye bye, and keep learning, keep coding.